coming in rescue for people to give them a lot of courage to move forward. But here it's a very different take. The hero is actually, the protagonist is actually standing against people when there's a lot of courage. So sometimes too much of courage is also bad. So it needs to be a balance.
Oh, that you're saying it out in the film.
Yeah.
That's the idea. Pack the film with. I mean, see, sometimes a narration like this can become very preachy. It can become very preachy, but Shiva, with the strength he has on commercial movie, on this genre, I think he's packed up with a lot of action. So it is Devara is an action drama. Fear being the main platform on which the whole movie is built up. So it's a very new world which we've created. Mentioned when the movie started, it's the forgotten coastal regions of India. So we've geographically placed it in a very mythical world.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a very fictitious world, obviously. But it looks very close to us. It's like a world we've seen before, but it's again something which we haven't visualized before. The characters, the behavioral patterns, the emotions, the drama. It's extremely high on drama and action. So I would probably say that Devara is a action drama.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. If you're playing around fear, then फिर मौका ही मिल गया ना पूरा मार काटने के लिए दो. Then it will be great. I mean, I recently visited South Goa. So there's one part in South Goa. So one manager came out of the blue and he told about the action episodes how you shot, about the teaser especially. You know, the crescent moon becomes a full moon with that. So should we talk about the action more, since you said like it's completely laced with action and drama?
I mean, I think Saif sir has also been a part of some phenomenal action sequences we've done for this movie.
They shot some incredibly large and violent sequences, and it was great fun doing the action. It's also really raw. There were some huge pelwans from because a lot of the action is about the fights between the heads of 4 different villages that fight for the ancestral weapons, and it's kind of the sequences I shot involved, you know, a blood sacrifice to the gods and prayer, and so it was kind of mythologically rooted as well, and then really, you know, physically demanding kind of stuff, and great action sequence. We shot a fight for about 10 days.
10 nights.
10 nights.
And we still didn't get done with it.
Yeah.
We had to shoot for another.
The teaser fight?
Is it in the teaser?
Yeah.
I think it's a highlight.
I think it's when you see Saif sir's glimpse.
Yeah. Part of the glimpse.
A part of the glimpse has got that action in it.
Yeah.
But
The running bit?
The running bit is also there. That was shot in.
But the mixture of
forest.
shooting live in the Goan forest, some amazing locations you found, and patching that up with studio, you can't even see technically how it's done. Really well pulled off.
Would you rate this as one of your physically most enduring movies you've been a part
Yeah, I
of?
think it's been one of the most demanding films for sure. And as
There's a heap of weapons stuck to one mountain kind of thing. The special shot on that. So is it too much of a reveal if you talk about that?
No, I mean it's not a big reveal, but there's a lot which we've placed a lot of the story on that as well. There's no deity worship, so there is no belief in God as such. So what they believe is in
steel,
the ancestral steel.
like Conan. They believe in.
So set in which century this is?
This have you said what time it is?
No, 80s and 90s.
80s and 90s.
This is set in I mean like a little bit of the early 80s and the early 90s or the late 90s.
Okay.
So it's an 80s and 90s.
But a very remote place.
But a very remote place where, I mean, I see there are a lot of villages still, especially in South India also, I think it's there in North as well, that they don't worship a god as such. So there are, in Telugu we call them Grama Devatalu.
Yeah.
In Hindi,
Gram Devata.
Gram Devata.
Yeah.
So it's like that. So they worship their ancestral weapons.
Yeah.
So there is no deity worship as such. So for them, that weapons are the most precious.
Okay.
I mean, and they're ready to go to any extent for those weapons.
But whatever the ritual, you understand that it's a ritual. You're bowing to something. So who you're praying to and all, I mean, it comes through that it is about prayer. And like a kind of tribal group, people will connect emotionally to everything that they're going through, because the basic drive is the same, whether it's greed or it's power or whether it's, you know, wanting to be the strongest or to control it. In that sense, to give an example of another film, even a film like Apocalypto,
Yes.
sounded like a alien setup, but then when you saw it, it's just like looking at people next door also.
Yeah, exactly. Just
So connection is there.
rooted, yeah.
But it's a very interesting visual. The costumes that we wore, the clothes were really basic, and it's almost like tribal pirates, you know, in a way.
Exactly.
This movie. So it's got its own universe, which is always nice. The kind of visual palette and your production design, Sabu sir, and you really presented something that looks stylish and watchable in terms of, you know, visually. And at the same time, emotionally, it's got the strongest score ever, because it's about all these basic emotions like fear and power and revenge. And, you know.
Yeah, I think today audiences, they're liking when you actually take them into a very fictitious
New
world.
cinema. Because the theaters, right?
Yeah.
The
so-
lights go out. And
and then you're in that world, and you don't want to come out. So it's, I think it's like, you know, if you actually relate to Batman, you know, Gotham is nothing but downtown Chicago, or it's Chicago.
Yeah.
But it's Gotham.
Yeah.
So I think there's a lot of a world play that is happening today in Indian cinema as well.
Yeah.
If you look at movies like Bahubali, or you look at movies like Kalki, and in a way, even if you look at Animal, so though there are characters which are around us, but after a point of time in that film, you're just with Ran Vijay. You're just in his family. You're sitting in that room in his house. So you just alienate people away from the present atmosphere and just take them into this fictitious world.
Yeah.
So I think that's 15 minutes into Devra.
Yeah.
You will be stuck in that world and you're going nowhere. You'll be there. You'll be in that world we've created.
Usually what happens in India, mein, whenever we make a period film, some factor will jitter out. इसमें बहुत seamlessly जा रहा है सब कुछ. Costume, your special arms, background, nothing is popping out. That is, I really liked when I saw the first teaser, and आपका भी जो teaser आया था, nothing was popping out. I felt like everything was well balanced. The cinematography and production
They
design.
kept it quite basic, you know, in the sense that if it's on the beach or the kind of village they live in, it was, you could maintain a look without risking that, oh, this car or something can stand out.
See, it's all about the character. See, they don't look very alien.
I was about to say that.
Yeah. Janvi, it's your first Telugu film?
Yes,
Sir, आपका भी first Telugu
And
film?
mine, yeah.
Yeah.
Is it your first?
it is my first, yes.
So, how is the language, lip sync dialogues and all that? How it worked?
That's so
Oh, she's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Oh God.
She was phenomenal.
With the memory and all.
Yeah, I mean, I was shocked.
Randy sir used to call me tape recorder. After action, he said, okay, tape recorder on, and da-da-da-da-da-da used to come.
No, but लेकिन सर, I was shocked when I saw her. मतलब कि, you know, ये लड़की आई है बॉम्बे से.
But she's got
क्या पता होगा?
South Indian roots.
हाँ, but
No?
but still, sir, see,
course.
speaking in Telugu is sometimes, yeah, obviously, but she was just like that.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a scene where this woman just went. She went all out. And Shiva was just looking at the monitor, and he was just looking at me from there. I was walking, just doing this. I was like, she was fabulous. I mean, I was shocked.
Can you say something nice about me as well?
My day is made. I feel like I can leave the interview now. I don't need to worry about anything.
Sir, I think
Okay, I have to-
हमारा cameradeer has to be experienced in the movie.
Shiva sir told me, he said, don't worry. I said,
mean,
what
but-
about language? What about language? So he said, listen, don't worry. You can speak maybe Hindi or you can speak English, but it's just easy. Just come, just do. Firstly, when I was approached for the film, it was a great honor. I love Hyderabad cinema, and I think it's the future of a lot of Indian, Bombay actors, I think, would be lucky and excited to be in a big Hyderabad movie.
Sure.
And I was very lucky to get this offer. But I was worried about this thing. And then you said, just turn up. It's going to be an easy experience. Don't worry about anything. He gave me the most passionate narration Normally, my attention can wander. If it's not a great narration, I start feeling a little sleepy also. You know, I said rather read. But it was a spellbinding narration, very emotional. And, you know, we were shooting a film in Amritsar. And you must have said, you know, get Saif or something for this role. Yeah, obviously, you must have
it
thought
was a
of this.
mutual choice.
What a
For me, I
compliment.
could never, somewhere when we wanted this character called Bhaira, so as Saif sir mentioned, see, we don't have names for different clans here. So it is one big hill where everybody is living. So the characters, I mean, like, there's no a particular name for a village as such. So there's like, हाँ वो north village वाला है, ये south village वाला है, ये west का village वाला है, और ये east village वाले हैं. So but it was just that. So when we were designing the characters, I think both of us really felt that, you know, who is as powerful as Devra? For Bhaira. So Bhaira
What a compliment.
needs that kind of a cutout. So for some strange reason, both of us were looking at each other, and I really love Saif sir in Omkara, and I really felt that, you know, there is this intensity in him. I mean, though yes, he really has a funny side of him, which tends to dominate. Look at him
And
now.
all the nice things.
But there is so much intensity in Saif sir, I think, that hasn't been captured on in movies. In most of the movies.
Yes, I also personally feel that.
Yes. So, I mean, like, we needed that intensity.
Yeah.
And both of us were like, you know what, I think we should just go approach Saif sir.
So I said, well, how will I do it? He said, don't worry, just turn up. There's a nice big AC set and it's all this water stuff. And I've got these machines and you just sit there and chill and it's going to be a blast.
But that's
And you know, he was absolutely right. I came there and language. So I said, first day, I had to say these lines to this lady who was playing this part. And I was being cute, some dialogues. And I said, I'll try and get